Hello, my fellow weirdos. I want to talk to you about RFK and the whole measles thing and everything. Let me take you back. And no, we don't even have to go to the Wayback Machine. No, we don't even have to go there. We're just gonna go back. Just like 6 months. No, we're not that far. Okay. Did we have any measles cases that we knew of 6 months, 8 months ago? Under Joe Biden, under progressive administration, did we have any measles? Did anybody die of measles? No. Well, Republicans have had the administration for 90 days now. It's not even the hundreds. And we have thousands of measles cases. You know, measles was eradicated in America. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, it was eradicated for a few decades. Yeah. Why am I talking to you like your children? Because a lot of you are. Yeah, you are. Because you don't vaccinate your children. You know, being Amish or something like that. You know, like the Mormons use it also. I don't know. But whatever. Even that is sketchy. However, there are many of you that don't get yourself vaccinated if you weren't automatically vaccinated. And what's even sicker is a lot of the parents that don't vaccinate their children are vaccinated for these things themselves. That's a sick motherfucker who does not love their children. Your parents vaccinated you because they cared if you lived or if you had things fucked up because of a disease that could have been prevented had they just given you vaccines. The fact that you have a vaccine in you so you don't have to suffer. Some of these people that don't die from different things, whooping cough, polio, they might not die, but some of them have either physical or mental issues from it for the rest of their lives. So if they get it and they don't die, you're lucky, even if they have something happen afterwards. They're paralyzed or something. So yeah, is that what you guys are looking for? Because we're not even looking at, a handful of children have died from it. Hundreds have died, from what I'm understanding. Thousands have it. Not just children, adults. And it's not even for religious reasons, is my point. That's the kicker for a lot of you guys. It's not even for religious reasons, which are iffy for me on the parental neglecting your child line. For me, that's very close to child neglect, because there's something that can prevent them from ever getting it, and you're denying them it while you have it yourself. That's wrong. It's not just in a few states anymore. It's not just a handful, a couple dozen. We're talking about thousands of cases. People are dying. It's like every day somebody's dying of measles now. What the fuck are you people doing? And Republican leaders, what you doing? Do I need to have this talk with you again? Let me explain it to you. Because your brains are children. All befuddled and mixed around with that cult thing happening there. Let me explain it again. Our government is a republic, constitutional republic, American democracy kind of thing. 3 branches of government. The executive, which is the president. The judicial, which is the law. You know, courts, lawyers, judges, SCOTUS. And the 3rd branch is legislative, the ones who make the laws. Oh, no, I didn't mention that in the executive branch, did I? Because it's not the executive branch. It's everything. An executive order is for something that the Congress has not agreed to, but he wants to do it. You have to run it through Congress before you do that. You otherwise Congress isn't needed. Oh. And now he's the executive branch, hasn't been asking you about the deportation. And you're the ones, aren't you the ones who, I don't know, give funds to places and programs? And if the president wants to change that, he's not allowed to do that, is he? No. Oh, he has to ask you, because you guys are the ones that make those laws, create the foundations like the Kennedy Center or something like. You guys are the ones that like create those things and fund them, and nobody can take, like a judge can't say, well, I'm ruling that, oh, the judges can't do that because that's a legislative branch thing. Then how come you're not legislating? How come you're letting the executive branch run all over the legislative branch? Why is that, Republicans? You don't want your job anymore? Because guess what? Some people are already floating the idea in the Republican circles about we don't need SCOTUS because he doesn't like SCOTUS's decisions. So he's ignored SCOTUS. You know they're the law of the land. You know that. So he's ignored SCOTUS and he's doing what he wants. What makes you think he won't ignore anything you say and do what he wants? And I know there's a lot of you MAGAs, or a lot of you Republicans, there's quite a few of you, who really know he's gone too far and you want the fuck out. You like some of it. You like the racism and the bigotry, but you don't fucking like all this shit. You should be legislating because, as I said, people have already suggested, oh, well, probably it's time for SCOTUS to, just not be. How long do you think it's going to take for them to say the same thing about you? SCOTUS and Congress? You don't get off your asses and start denying that motherfucker, and he's going to dissolve the legislative and the judicial branches, and all that's left is his. I've said it at least a dozen times to you people, and now somebody's voiced that in a tweet concerning SCOTUS. You're next. Get up, or they're going to throw you out. You won't have your health insurance. You won't have your pay. You won't be getting another job with what he's done here. If you really want to save your skin, it's peeling your off of his skin and doing something about him, like impeaching him. Now you better start fucking moving, or you really won't have any power at all. And you would have handed it to him when you could have stopped it 10 years ago. It is all on your shoulders. SCOTUS and Congress, and particularly the Republicans. It is your fault. You allowed him in for 10 years, and you had the power to suck all his power away, and you just fed it. And now you have a monster. What are you going to do about it? Because you go down too, you know. If we all go down, you fucking go down too, Congress, and so do you, SCOTUS. So you better start fucking listening up.